Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to the NITheP Bursary Holders Workshop. And before we start, I just would like to thank all of you for participating. Even if we did all the announcement quite at short notice. So thank you very much for that. It's really great that most of you managed to join us this, this afternoon. Yeah, unfortunately, because we are all in this COVID-19 pandemic together, it was not possible this year to meet in person. So it was not probably for everybody an easy year, but nevertheless we wanted to have the opportunity to meet in virtual reality. Nevertheless, yeah. And you know, by now you all be very practiced and experienced at this kind of online online meetings, so that we will probably in future make more use of this, and you know, and and we will probably try in future to meet more often the bursary holders in this virtual environment. Of course, we hope that next year, once we're all vaccinated, we can meet again in person and have a proper 1 or 2 days today's workshop. Yeah, but this year, unfortunately, it is not possible. So on the program today, we have 4 very exciting talks by 4 of our bursary holders, and I will introduce them just now. And also, we tried something new, and I know that many of you tried very hard to have a small 5 minutes presentation about your work that we will post on the NITheP website, so that everybody is aware of what the NITheP bursary holders do. And that is probably a very nice tradition that that we will have to keep in the near future as well. Yeah. Before I introduce the speakers of this afternoon, I wanted to spend maybe 10 minutes to share with you what NITheP has been up to this year. And I will share my screen in a second. I just need to find the presentation. Here we go. And here we go. And now, where is the, here. Voila. So I will share with you in the next 10 minutes the same presentation that I did a few weeks ago, or almost a month ago, in fact. Time flies. Yeah, at the steering committee meeting of NITheP on the highlights of what happened in NITheP during the year. Yeah, so. The presentation will be a little bit boring, yeah, but it's just a collection of facts. But I think it's important to know where some data about the institution you belong to. Yeah, so you see, NITheP has a very lean staff complement. Yeah, with essentially only a few administrative people in Stellenbosch, at WITS, and at UKZN. At the 3 nodes, we have either a director, that would be me, or deputy directors. And at the moment, for another couple of weeks, we still have 1 NITheP full-time researcher. Yeah. We have around 7 postdocs across NITheP, and these are complemented by accident by the same number of postdocs that are funded through some other sources. And so this gives you a little bit of an idea of how the NITheP staff complement is, and it also demonstrates how important the network of bursary holders is to NITheP, yeah, because without the bursary holders and without the NITheP associates that I would describe just now, there would be much there wouldn't be much NITheP at all. Yeah, so thank you for you guys to work hard with us. Yeah. So this is the associate network. You see, we have just under 100 associates. These are individuals or institutions that are associated to NITheP across the country. Yeah, you know, just for fun. You see, the one problem that NITheP has and that many science institutions have is that we are a little bit male dominated, yeah, and we need to work hard to balance a little bit the gender representation into NITheP, yeah. Now, to you, we have 29 of you at the moment, 17 master students and 12 PhD students. Yeah, and now you see, you know, this in this slide where most of the NITheP money goes. Yeah, it goes to you guys. Yeah. Okay, and these are just to put it in the context, the numbers of bursary holders that we had over the last few years, and you see that it's more or less the total numbers are more or less constant. It fluctuates a little bit. Last year it was not very good because you all know about the financial troubles that NITheP was into last year. But those issues have eventually been resolved in a very positive way, and I will mention that briefly at the end. Yeah. So this is the distribution of the bursary holders. You see, it's quite a nice spectrum of most universities in South Africa. We are represented at least more than 10 institutions. Of course, it would be nice to be represented at all institutions, but we will work toward that goal. Yeah, here you see again another representation of the distribution of the bursaries holders. And if you're interested, a little statistics on the demographics of the bursary holders. Yeah, and you see that. Yeah, you see how it is. Yeah. Okay, and here you have another maybe more easier representation where we see that, for instance, in the gender distribution, we are doing much better between the scholarship holders than with the associates. Yeah, and that is a very good sign because, you know, the bursary holders of today will be the associates of tomorrow. Yeah, so slowly we will change that profile there as well. And this is again a comparison between this year and last year. Yeah. Okay. This is maybe is not so interesting. Yeah. One of the things that you know that upset a little bit the program of NITheP this year was, of course, COVID. Yeah. And you see here from the we had a lot of activities planned for NITheP, workshop visitors, mobility grants, and unfortunately most of them couldn't take place. We just managed to squeeze in the summer schools at the beginning of the year because that was before both happened before COVID hit us in the second half of March. Yeah? But since then, what we have done with, I think, with quite determination, we just moved online. Yeah, and here are just a few statistics. Yeah, you know, we introduced the mini schools. Yeah, which is a monthly event. We had already 5 of those this year. Yeah, so I trust that most of you took part in the mini schools. If not, I will strongly encourage you to take part in the new year when we will start again. Yeah, and we had lots of online webinars and colloquia. Yeah, and what is really interesting is to look at the number of people that took part in these events. Yeah, And you see, it's many, many thousands of people that that we reached of viewers that and participants that we reached in a short time. Yeah, so which means that, you know, even if one day we will go back to physical workshop, we will have to put systems in place that we stream to everybody, whatever seminar, workshop, or colloquium we are organizing. Yeah. Okay, so these are the titles of the mini schools, and of course, you know, we just started this year, so the collection of topics is a little bit random, but we are planning to structure it a little bit better in the near future. And of course, you know, I don't just want to encourage you to take part in these activities. I also want to encourage you to give us feedback, yeah, to let us know what topics would be interesting for such events, yeah, and of course, you know, some of you might even want to offer a mini school, yeah. For instance, Amira gave the course on introduction to quantum machine learning, and she's a PhD student in my group, yeah. So if you are PhD students and have developed a deep knowledge of a topic and you would like to share it with your colleagues, please just drop us an email and volunteer. We will be very happy to set it up for you. Okay, these are just the list of some of the workshops that we had. You can find all of them on our YouTube channel, and you're welcome to give a look and listen to the one or the other. There were some very, very exciting talks that are really worthwhile listening to if you've missed them online. Sorry, this ends on the 9th of November because that was just the week before I did the original presentation. In the meantime, we had a few more. And next Monday, this coming Monday, we will have the last colloquium for the year. So please support us on Monday before we all slow down a little bit because of the festive season. Yeah. Okay, these are again the numbers. So, and as you see, this is the very interesting slide that shows you, compares the participants that we had in NITheP organized events this year compared to the previous years, yeah, where we only had workshops and conferences where people attended in person, yeah. And you see that we can reach now roughly 10 times more people, yeah? Instead of, let's say, maybe 500 on average, we can reach now well over 6,000, yeah. And that's really really exciting, yeah, because it means that with these new tools that we learned over the last 9 months, we can really have more impact than previously, yeah. Okay, NITheP is also active, of course, in research. These are the number of publications of this year, and this is the comparison with the previous years. And of course, publication output of the NITheP Bursary holders are also integrated in this statistics. Yeah. So on another note, or a similar note, you know, you've seen that we've introduced a monthly newsletter in which we report also on recent publications. So if you are the proud author of a nice paper, please let us know. Send an email to me, to Rene, to Nelly, and we can showcase your publication in our newsletter. You know, we try to pick them up through Web of Science or Scopus, but you know, if you make our life easier, it's much more convenient for everybody, and we are very happy to showcase your results and your research outputs. Yeah, and you can also help us with a small write-up, maybe not in technical jargon, of what the main results of your papers are. Yeah, no, so please do that. Last two weeks ago, we had a first online workshop, yeah, on quantum thermodynamics that was really very well attended, And also those talks are all recorded, and you can find them on the NITheP website and in the YouTube channel. Yeah, if you want to give a look at that. I would like to use this opportunity to announce that in February we will have again our traditional summer school, and this one will be online, will be virtual, and we will keep now this our new tradition of of joint summer school with the Center for High Performance Computing, and the title of the summer school will be Foundations of Theoretical and Computational Science. This is of course because NITheP will become NITEX, and we will be an Institute for Theoretical and Computational Science. So we use this summer school to explore a little bit the topics of the future institution. Yeah. The link for registration are online on the NITheP website, so please register, and encourage also your friends and colleagues to do the same, because this year there won't be any registration fees, and we will keep it wide open. Yeah. Earlier this morning, NITheP was represented at the Science Forum. There was a session on national big data hubs and the role that they play in international collaborations, and we will share the link to that discussion when the organizers give it to us. Yeah? So sorry, and this was the reason why we had to move the bursary workshop from the morning to the afternoon, because when we defined the date and the time, we didn't know about this event. It was not yet finalized. Okay, another thing that might be interesting to mention, and since I have a few more minutes, I will just do it, is that NITheP started now a new research project, yeah, which is about pool testing for COVID, yeah, and the idea is to find mathematical ways to lower the number of tests that you need to find a positive patient in a pool of people. For instance, here in this case of if you are looking for one positive case in a pool of 9 people, you can of course test them individually, or you just test by rows and by columns. Yeah? And you look at the intersection where there are positive cases. Yeah. So in this simple case of 9 people, you can reduce the operation to, instead of 9 tests, you just need only 6 to find. But of course, if you scale the geometry up to a cube, or even to a hypercube, you can improve the efficiency of the pool testing by considerable amounts. For instance, if you have a pool of 81, which is 3 to the power of 4, yeah, you can find a positive case with just 12 tests. Yeah, so that's really a big improvement. Yeah, so and these are kind of problems that maybe the new NITEX will address more. Yeah, so this is the little annual report. Just to finish. Because you might be interested, you are well aware that NITheP was a little bit in trouble last year and partly this year as well, because we didn't know exactly how the funding situation of NITheP would work out. But we have now a system in place, and we've been working closely with the Department of Science and Innovation, and just yesterday or 2 days ago, the roadmap from NITheP to NITEX was approved by the DSI EXCO. Yeah, so that the moment the minister gives us his blessing, we will start with the transformation from NITheP into a bigger institution that will be called NITEX, that will be a home not just for theoretical physics, but also for mathematics, data science, statistics, quantitative biology, quantitative finance, of course, astronomy and astrophysics, and I've forgotten one, and earth and climate modeling. Yeah, so those will be essentially the 8 disciplines that that NITheP will welcome to be part of the new institution. Yeah, and you know, and as theoretical physicists, since we are already in the institution, yeah, our role will be to welcome these other disciplines in our home. Yeah, so that we have in principle a big responsibility, because we are already in the system, and we need to make sure that we welcome the other disciplines, and that we find a way to work together and address really interesting and challenging and challenging problems. Yeah. So I don't know if sorry, I didn't mention, if you have questions, please use the Q&A facility, and I would be very happy to answer them now, or maybe after. We can have a little discussion after the talks if you want. Yeah. Okay, I don't see at the moment any questions in the Q&A. So let me then go smoothly into the next part of the meeting, which is the the presentations by some of our scholarship holders. Yeah, and the first speaker that we have